Rally downtown today, calling on all of the federal political parties to make a firm commitment to fund more social housing. They say the needs are urgent and that low-income tenants are getting squeezed out in a real estate market that is heating up. And Max, housing advocates say this affects people across the country and increasingly right here in Montreal as well.
Annie, the housing advocates that I spoke to today point out that there are homeless people in all of Canada's major cities, and there are even camps for homeless people in some western provinces. In Montreal, they say there is a widening gap between those who can afford to live downtown and those who cannot because of the rising rents and booming real estate developments. And as you can hear there, they want their message heard loud and clear this election campaign. Now, although the Trudeau Liberals did produce a 10-year national housing strategy in their first mandate, critics say most of the investments won't kick in until the second mandate, if there is one. And although the NDP has come out with a relatively strong social housing strategy, they say it lacks detail. Now, today's groups included Frappru and others who are particularly concerned about social housing in Point St. Charles. They say a plan by developers to build a baseball stadium with condos there in the Peel Basin is particularly hard to swallow, since it's on what is now publicly owned land.
The proposition to put a stadium and 4,500 condos, luxury condos in that area, it's completely disconnected of the needs and the preoccupation of the people from Point St. Charles. So we don't want, we think it's a bad idea to put a stadium there. First, there's no team interested to play in Montreal, and then they want to build that. Also, there's a environmental crisis. So if you want to build something, to put some concrete and to build some more houses, it has to be something that responds the need of the population.
The housing advocates are calling on all of the federal parties to commit to spending $2 billion a year on social housing. And Annie, they say that should not include grants or loans to private developers, only nonprofit public housing agencies.
All right, thank you for this, Max.